Hello everyone, my name is Caden and welcome back to more Robotics Notes Elite. Last time, we finally were able to get the last flag complete for report number 6. Ooh, excuse me, so I think we're about to start looking for that. But first, text messages, and I think we actually need to respond to Tweepo in a specific way. I was staying on the island for Christmas and the holiday season. I'm really sorry I can't come back, Dad. Oh, I forgot to tell you, but you should blow dry your hair. You'll catch a cold. Oh, never mind. Just ignore me. Today will be Midsummer Day. Air temperature, a high of 4 degrees Celsius. Current attendance on day 1 of Kanuma is about 300k. 3 years ago, the Holy Lands where it's held were expanded and it's turned to chaos after that. About 3% travel from overseas. By the way, the people from the countryside have really intense eyes. I need to respond to this with, how did you live through such a battlefield? Got chills just imagining it, easily 10 times the population of Tanegashima. How'd you live through such a battlefield? So, now, if I answered everything correctly, I should get something surprising on the 27th. So, we'll see. No! The next day. Today is a holiday, so we've got the day off. I set up bright and early in the morning. Yesterday was a busy one. I checked the Cosmo Resort and the Masuda Tracking and Communication Center for the AR notation, but no luck. I have until midnight. Because it's possible that Airi disappears when the date changes, that's my deadline. If I don't somehow find report number 6 before then, I'm screwed. In worst case scenario, I'll have to give up on report number 7 completely.
It will be nice and clear today, with a 0% chance of precipitation. It'll be cold, so put something warm on when going out.
Airi faces the wrong direction, even though she's seemingly talking to me. Yesterday... No, not just yesterday. Lately, I've stopped trying to think about Airi's words and actions. If Airi somehow survives past tomorrow, I'll handle it. But it's probably just a bug. Or at least that's what I keep telling myself. Even if I stick my neck into all this, I won't be able to get answers within the day. The Kimijima report takes priority right now. I've narrowed down the search down to 5 locations. I should just do the rounds. Alright, let's begin. Hasatemba Park, Hamada Beach, Old Tanegashima Airport, Nagahama Coast, and Otatsu Mitatsu Rocks. I don't know what this place is, so let's start here. There's also a Tweepo section here. Feel the same way. If we start the break before Christmas, we have so much fun, both teachers and students. I don't get why we go to school on the 24th and 25th. I could focus on production if we had those days off. I was on the winner's side because I had a group ticket from helping Mama's group. Mama's group was by the wall once. I was the sales girl. All I did was help prepare them lined up in the major companies with Mama. 24th and 25th should just disappear into a vortex. Winter break is crunch time. If we don't work hard now, we won't make it to the expo. Can't be all jolly just because it's Christmas. Everyone, please. Please calm down. But I would like to do a small Christmas party with our members of our box club. I don't know how many times all 5 of us will be gathered together. So let's have a cake as a pre-party for gun build to completion. Last Christmas of my high school career. Good idea. Breaks are needed. Good idea. At my house, we have a custom that every Christmas we celebrate with cream-covered Okinawan donuts. It's probably from the Okinawan blood in us. Sounds good. Tasty, tasty. You traitor! How dare you betray me! What? Christmas Eve. Glad you're excited. If that's the case, then I'll have Misho Senpai and 4 Eyes put on Santa outfits, but when they take off the coats, they're both wearing nothing but a ribbon around their necks, then they'll say, my delusion are running. Anyways, let's see. Anything obvious? Ugh. Do not climb. I don't see it here. Not to say it isn't here, but I don't see it here. I'm stupid. I'm blind. I am stupid. I am blind. I am stupid. I am I want to at least save the game, though. I'm so glad that I decided to zoom in, though. Found you! Alright.
Kenichi report number 6 has been downloaded.
I breathe a sigh of relief. Managed to get in time. There happens to be a rest bench in front of me, so I sit down and take a look at the report. Alright, here we go. Report number 6. The technique of manipulating media to spin tales confusing reality and fiction is already outdated. In the 21st century, propaganda must be carved into the hearts of men by augmenting those fantasies upon reality. An exceedingly gentle and clever silence will fall as all sense of reality is lost. The Committee of 300 calls this their silent weapon. In less than 2 decades, wars fought with tanks and missiles will become obsolete, and even nuclear weaponry will become antique. War will be carried out in total secrecy, beginning in an unknown location and ending in a one-sided massacre that will never be broadcast. The hearts of men will be quietly invaded, eroded, violated, and eventually killed. This is the nature of the silent weapon. It is a deplorable creation that reaches far beyond propaganda, robbing men of their dignity with incredible ease. The age of direct control over a man's will has already arrived. It is within the realm of scientific possibility to project non-existent fabrications upon the eyes of men. America's Victor Condria University developed VR, visual rebuilding technology, long ago and received official patent documentation for it. The brains of all men contain a will shaped by nerve impulses, or, more simply, electronic signals. Consequently, if artificial nerve impulses were to interfere with the optic nerve, even delusions can be augmented upon reality. This technology has evolved far past the initial limits of AR, and as such, it carries the potential to improve human life, but only if its use remains peaceful. Such a hope has long since been abandoned. Research has already progressed to ruling over human will by way of VR technology, namely through simultaneous hallucinatory projections upon the masses. This is, of course, pioneered by the Tavistock Institute. Project Noah was approved by the Committee of 300 as number 86 in their attempts regarding the human domestication project. It was lent engineering prowess by Tavistock as Japan's Nozomi Technology Ltd shifted into execution of large-scale indiscriminate human experimentation in Shibuya, Tokyo. It should be obvious that such electromagnetic weaponry was the cause of the earthquake in that city, and yet regardless of the unnatural circumstances surrounding the earthquakes, not a soul dares to come forth in opposition of its legitimacy. Does this not seem odd? If you do not believe so, then Tavistock is controlling your will as well. A collective will crafted from lost autonomy, an electromagnetic weapon capable of even earthquakes and solar storms reaching incredibly high activity. Upon the day that all conditions are met, the trumpets announcing the end will echo across the world. A small group of powerful men will initiate Project Atom, ushering in the thorough slaughter of mankind and providing the group with their livestock. These opportunities will arise thrice: 2015, 2019, and 2020. Tread with caution, for it may already be too late. As of March 29th, 2010, you have my gratitude for reading thus far. I must say that during your time with these reports, you have been incredibly perseverant, or perhaps greatly and deeply inquisitive. It would likely not be incorrect to surmise that your heart delights in righteousness, but again, I ask for you to tread carefully. If they learn you are reading this, your life becomes forfeit. This series of reports is the indictment I have written, whilst in hiding from assassins of the Committee of 300. Surely by the time you read this, I will have long since disappeared from this world. However, by any means possible, this deplorable conspiracy must be halted. Furthermore, there is a favor I must ask. If you believe in me, then I beg you to find the 7th report. The 7th report alone is the key, and when obtained, it is set to scatter the 6 other reports to worldwide by way of Iruo. Naturally, such a manner of diffusion could never have its source determined. At the time I am writing this, its report in 2010, Iruo is still in its prototype stage. However, if it is given another 5 to 10 years, then I believe that people throughout the world will make use of it, and I am relying on such. The report shall serve as an anti-propaganda against Tavistock. In the societies of the 21st century, the spreading of information is instantaneous. And once seeds are sown, there's no way to stop their growth. However, one mustn't imitate a Tavistock who crafts forests to hide trees. And now the time has come to choose. I leave everything in your hands. If you feel these indictments hold weight as reality, then obtain the 7th report. If you do not, then dispose of these reports at once. I pray that there will be readers who progress this far, and I'm truly grateful if you have already done so. I can only hope your era remains free of conspiracy. I leave Airi in your care. As usual, the stuff is so complex and makes my head hurt. It really feels like it's talking about Gigglomaniacs, though. The way that some of the stuff is described really makes me think of Gigglomania. But there does seem to be a more personal message at the end. I guess Kimijima Co. wants to use Iruro to scour his reports around the world. I suppose that's his way of warning the planet. His way of beating Tavistock at their own game. It's possible that Iruro was created just to spread this information. If true, talk about some 4D chess. Kimijima Co.'s plan worked out big time. Iruro currently has over 1 billion users worldwide. But if I spread this, what guarantee is there that I'll be safe? Kimijima Co. was murdered. And Frau's mom was... Isn't this too dangerous? This is too heavy a burden for me. Says the guy who went out of his way to get all the reports. I can recognize that it's dangerous. The reports have predicted nothing but the truth so far. This isn't a conspiracy theory. It's more like a prophecy. That's why the mention of spreading it worldwide is so terrifying. Airi-chan, can you tell me what the flags are for Kimijima Report number 7?
Sure. Let's see. I'm looking all Kimijima reports from number 1 through number 6. That's it.
What? No flags!
Looks like it.
It initially strikes me as too good to be true, and it is. Wait, hold on. That means the error annotation for number 7 has already appeared, right? So, no hints as to where it might be located?
Looks like it.
Give me a break. I want to cradle my head. Worst case scenario, I'll have to expand my search radius to the northern tip of the island, where I haven't even gone yet. If Kimijima Co. wants his report spread across the world, why do you have to make it so difficult? I'll have to use Juno's method to narrow things down. It's gotta be somewhere on the sightseeing map. But if we're talking spots all across Tanegashima, this is gonna suck. It's possible that the 2020 solar storm arrives before I find report number 7. Good grief, what am I gonna do? Then Airi speaks to me.
Airi wants to go home.
Huh?
My birthday's tomorrow. Airi kinda wanted to go home for that. Is that okay?
Is she acting weird again because of the bugs? Wait, you were designed with a birthday in your backstory?
It wasn't something Airi was designed with. It's the day Airi first opened her eyes. Christmas Eve.
Huh? Maybe that's why she's so fixated on the idea of a white Christmas Eve.
Airi never had a door near my house, so Airi couldn't ever go home. So let's go.
By the way, in your backstory, where is your house placed?
It's not placed anywhere. It really exists. It's where Airi and Master live.
Master? Wait, you mean Kimijima Co.'s actual house?
Yep, Airi also has her own.
Airi abruptly freezes. Her expression locks in place as if time itself is frozen. Airi? Huh?
That's right. Airi doesn't have any of her
Hey! What the fuck? She immediately starts moving again. Seeing her like this hurts. It's too painful to watch. Alright, fine. I'll tag along. Actually, you can't go home unless I take you there, right?
Yep, Airi's really glad you're here, big brother.
If she's going to potentially vanish in half a day, I might as well stick with her until the end. I also have to look into how I'm going to get my hands on report number 7. Airi's guidance is a total mess. I was speeding along on my scooter when she told me I was going too fast. So now we have to go on foot. I have no idea how far I'm going or in what direction. All I can do is follow Airi as she skips along leisurely. Airi's just an AR being, so she doesn't get tired no matter how far she walks. But I have an actual body. I can only walk so much. Plus, I've been pushing my scooter this whole time, so it's twice as tiring. We start at Otatsu Metatsu Rocks. Airi heads towards the mountains, the direction of the new airport, then heads down Road 76 towards Nishinumoteshi. It's a long and steep hill road. Walking up and then slowly descending gets me pretty exhausted. Midway, we come upon an unpaved mountain road. Hello from Space Candy. How about you take some Space Candy with your cake and champagne for Christmas? You can get the special Christmas version at B Coop inside Kagoshima now. Entangly. Shouldn't it be fried chicken for Christmas? That's little common sense. Problem is there aren't any stores in the island. Oh well, Christmas is cancelled. Tell the truth, twice a month they travel from Kagoshima to sell here, but due to the solar storm in August, they've been holding it off. My thoughts never to be erased. Nor we should all go die. Taking a walk is fun. I hope I can get home. Hello, Airi. Is Kimijima Ko's house really past here? I can't trust Airi because she's bugging out. That said, she shows no hesitation in her steps. It's been nearly 2 hours of walking now. If the punchline after all this is that I took the wrong road, I might actually die. 50% CG completion achieved achievement.
The weather tonight for Tanegashima and Yakushima Kagoshima Prefecture will be clear. Chance of precipitation 0%. The weather tomorrow will be clear. Chance of precipitation 0. Air temperature high of 10 degrees Celsius, low of 8 degrees Celsius.
Airi repeats the weather forecast out loud innocently. I've heard it a grand total of 10 times since we started walking. Hell, I even have it memorized now. That's alright, clear weather tonight, through tomorrow with a 0% chance of precipitation. Doesn't look like it'll be snowing. No matter how many times you check the weather, it won't suddenly turn from a clear day to a snowy one. And even if it did somehow snow tomorrow, making it a white Christmas, Airi would never be able to see it herself. I don't like this. Why is it moving? I don't like the way this is moving. This is the most movement this game has had, it feels like. Didn't like that. That scared me.
We're here.
After walking along an awful mountain road, we finally come across some ruins. The house stands alone in the woods, likely abandoned 10 years ago or so. I guess the forest is reclaiming it. The surrounding area is covered in trees and weeds, making it hard to even reach the entrance. The windows are broken, and there are plants and vines growing all over the walls. Jeez, this place is a total mess. With Kimijima Ko dead, there was probably nobody left to maintain the place. So he lived out here all alone? Sounds like a mountain hermit to me. By the way, Airi-chan, is this the place where Kimijima Ko was murdered?
Nope.
I'm relieved to hear that. I honestly don't want to have the guts to set foot into a place where a person was killed. I wonder if Airi witnessed it. So, what did you want to do here?
Airi wants to stay here until she disappears.
Is that so? I figured she was acting strange because of a bug, but it looks like she has some awareness that today might be her last. She's seeming more and more human. If this is a part of her programming, Kimijima Ko really was brilliant. Wait, hold on a sec! If you're gonna stay here until you disappear, that means I gotta stay too!
Yep, let's keep checking the weather report together.
Seriously? Doesn't even take 10 minutes to check the weather report for every region in Japan. The rural maintenance starts at midnight. We have over half a day left. Is she actually asking me to stick around on this stupidly cold winter day? If I left one of the Kimijima reports here, you'd be able to stay, right?
Oh, that works too. Do whatever you want, big brother.
In that case, I figured I'd stick the AR annotation here and get going, but... Airi's spacing out, standing around in the overgrown weeds. Lately, I see her like this a lot. The expression she's making while she's staring up at the sky through the tiny gap in the trees, like she's praying. I don't really understand why, but she looks like she could start crying at any moment. Good grief. Making her look like a young girl is unfair. Kimijima-ko knew exactly what he was doing. Goddamn Lolicon. Well, maybe cold, but time will fly by if I play Kill Ballad. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be creepy at night. Whatever, I'll cross that bridge when I come to it. More importantly, I should peek inside while it's still bright out. Why? The hell if I know. If I had to say, I guess I want to know a little more about Kimijima-ko's nature as a person. I don't like this. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm sure long sleep will be lonely, but worry not. I'll show you a dream. I'll make it so that you can walk around freely within Iro as though it were your garden. A weather control device, huh? That might be a bit beyond me. Good night, Sleeping Beauty. You'll escape the hardships, but you'll also leave behind all that joy. You're still young. At least take Christmas off. Taking breaks every so often helps regenerate your minds and bodies. I have a dinner date with all the female employees tomorrow. I don't like this. Because you want to know why I hate this? Because this is the freaking room that was in Frau's mother's, like, messages. The letter would be around here. But it was edited in. It's pretty messy in here. How do houses become so unlivable after just a few years? If you keep the windows shut tight, shouldn't things stay clean? It's kind of a mystery. Wait, this is... Isn't this the same room as the one in that picture from Gunvarl's last episode? Let me take a few pics. I turn and look all the way around. The room is about 13 square meters in size. It honestly feels nothing like the average living room of a house. If anything, it's sort of like a hospital room, or maybe an isolation cell in a nice prison. That's the conclusion I've come to, considering there's barely any furniture in the room. Not so comfy. The bed is a cheap and plain pipe bed, and there are medicine balls strewn across the floor. Did Kimijima-ko really live here? I can't even imagine what kind of life he lived.
When he wasn't working, Master would never leave the bed.
Airi says cheerfully as she comes strolling into the room.
He ate in bed, talked to me, read books, and fell asleep.
Wait, you can see this room.
This house is special. It's where Airi was born. Oh, but as far as I can tell, this house is just like it was 9 years ago. Nice and clean. What does it look like now?
It's abandoned. In shambles, even.
Huh.
Airi seems saddened by this revelation. So, your master worked here.
Yep, that's right. He always shut himself away in here.
Didn't he have to leave to get food?
Airi would bring him food.
But that's impossible.
Hmm? It's impossible.
I mean, you don't have a physical body.
But Airi really did bring him food.
Not this Airi, the real Airi.
Also, after Airi was born, Misaki would sometimes bring stuff too.
Misani would? I heard that Misani and Airi were pals. And I know that Misani and Kimijima-ko had some level of friendship between them. But I still don't know the details of that relationship. Remind me, what would Misani and Kimijima-ko talk about? I asked this question before, but there's no harm in checking again.
Misaki talked to me a whole bunch. My master didn't really like talking. Master Misaki would only talk once in a while.
Same answer as before, huh? I wonder if there are any other rooms. This is a combined bedroom and living room. There's a door further in. Past it is a kitchen and bathroom. There's something else curious about the house. There's a square cover of some sort attached to the dirty floor. It has a handle, so I try grabbing and lifting it. Yeah, don't go down there. You're gonna die. I thought it might be an underground storage space, but it's not. Instead, there's a set of stairs leading into a dark abyss. A basement? Considering he didn't even try to hide it, it must have been a storage basement.
Below here is Master's workspace.
Airi explains as she peers at the stairs leading underground. She worked underground. It's pretty dark down there.
There are no windows or anything, but there are lights.
Who knows if they work now, though?
Master said he'd focus better like that.
His workspace, huh? The genius Kimijima Ko. Developer of Iruo, creator of Airi, author of the Kimijima Reports. This is where he worked. Do you think there might be any hints as to the location of Kimijima Report number 7 down here?
Who knows?
I'm not expecting much. Kimijima Ko was murdered. It's only natural to think that his killers came here and scoured through his basement. If he was the type to slip up and leave a hint, the reports would have been buried by the Committee of 300's assassins by now. But hey, might as well check just in case. I got time to kill. Plus, I might learn something about who Kimijima Ko was as a person. Airi-chan, can you follow me?
Sure.
Considering how bugged out she is, she's doing pretty okay right now. Riding that momentum, I steel myself and slide my body through the square hole. I use my Pokecom as a flashlight while descending the stairs. I quickly reach the bottom. I hold my Pokecom for light. Right in front of me. There's a door. Why is it basically the same as the door in freaking the community center? This is... I remember this. No, not quite. I don't remember this. To be more accurate, I recall seeing a door that looked very much like this before. That's right, on the first floor of the community center in the Uchigaoka Park. The electronic lock is the same too. Which means... I tried inputting the password. I still remember it clear as day. Hidden hand. It opened. Could another one of those suspicious machines be inside? Airi-chan, have you ever been in here?
Yes, Airi has. Airi is in here.
Her words go in one ear and right out the other. Airi, you're in there? Wait, what do you mean by that? Not that it ultimately mattered. And when I open the door, I immediately recognize what's in front of me. There's something in the center of the room. It's slightly tilted and about 2 meters in length. It looks like a coffin. But I quickly confirm that that's not the case. It's too mechanical after all. Plus, I can hear a low humming coming from it, kind of like an animal's growl. This has got to be some kind of electronic device. But despite understanding that from a rational perspective, my actual feelings say otherwise. Yet for some reason, when I discover a button on the surface of the coffin, I can't help but reach out to it. Don't press it! The cover of the coffin slowly slides away! Revealed is a glass window through which I can see the face of a young girl. The real Airi. Airi? There can't be a person here. I refuse to accept that reality. It can't be. That's why my brain keeps desperately telling me that this is just a coffin. But it's impossible. No matter how much I try to fool myself, it's not working. And even if this was a coffin, especially if it's a coffin, there's no way it would be left in the basement of a ruined building like this. Either way, this room is far from an ordinary. Calm down. Take deep breaths. Don't panic. It's just like the room in the community center. I've experienced a weird situation like this before. I can get through it again. Believe in yourself. I keep repeating to myself over and over again. I once more shift my gaze to the coffin and the girl sleeping inside of it. I can't determine whether she's sleeping or dead, and I can't explain why for a moment I thought she was Airi. There's no color to her face. She's paler than porcelain, but her eyes are shut with a tranquil expression on her face. She has not a scratch on her. If anything, she's actually quite beautiful. It's easy to imagine her opening her eyes and being a proper lovely young lady. Before I realize it, I have goosebumps all over my body. I'm shivering from the cold. It's not from my confusion. Well, maybe part of it is. But this room is cold, like really cold. It's almost as if cold air is seeping through the floor. I'm dressed warmly and it's still bugging me. This isn't natural. This room is being artificially cooled. There's electricity in this room, just like the one in the community center. So who's been fronting the bill? I already know the answer to that question. It's obviously Taiyo Development, the same people who bought the community center and paid for its bill. What the hell is this? The basement is filled with even more oddness than even the community center's room. The coffin-like device is connected to what seems to be a giant control unit. There's an old desk and pipe chair, but there's nothing on said desk. However, there is the trace of something that used to be there. Did Kimijima Ko dispose of it himself? Airi, what is this? I call out to her. My eyes dart around looking for the AR girl. Airi! I can't find her even though she was right behind me a moment ago. I point my Pokemon every which way, desperately looking for a sign of Airi. I see something drift past my screen. Airi slipped past my side. She leans against the coffin. Whoops, I didn't mean to hit that. Then she rubs her cheek against it affectionately.
It's been so long since we last met.
What is she saying? Hey, so I love an explanation. It's seriously pain for me when things blow away my wildest expectations, so, can you explain this? Please? I can't move. This coffin, it's too terrifying. I'm at a loss. All I can do is seek an answer from Airi. As for her reply...
Can't you tell? She's Airi.
Airi says her own name like it's the most obvious thing in the world. She then adds...
Yukifune Airi. Airi's original.
Yukifune Airi?
I'll never get well. That's what I was told. My illness isn't life-threatening, but it'll torment me for life. That's what the doctors told me. After I was diagnosed, I couldn't go to school anymore. I spent every day of my life in my room. It was easy enough to convince myself that I couldn't do anything about the pain. But it was too much to watch my illness torment Mom and Dad. I felt guilty. I just wanted to disappear. The only real enjoyment I had was watching the next day's weather forecast. Watching and believing that maybe this would be the year I'd witness a miracle. A white Christmas Eve. Maybe, just maybe, if it could snow on Christmas Eve. Eventually my incurable illness could be cured. That's why I would endlessly check the weather forecast all day long. And then I would sigh to myself. Kimijima Ko-san was a strange man who had recently moved in close by. I say close, but he lived about a kilometer in the forest. At first, all we did was exchange a word or two when Kimijima-san walked past my house. But somehow Kimijima-san learned of my illness, and one day he gave me a wonderful present. It was the alpha version of Iruo, an app that he was developing at the time.
It's interesting that we actually get to see Kimijima for the first time.
I felt like I was traveling all over the world. I still remember how much fun I had getting to see the wonderful app. After that, on days when I felt okay, I would often go and visit Kimijima-san's house. Kimijima-san didn't take good care of himself, so sometimes he wouldn't eat for days if I left him alone. Which is why I would always bring him food when I came by. While he ate, we'd talk about all kinds of things. Kimijima-san was what you would call an inventor. He said he created all kinds of things. I don't know if he was telling the truth, but he even said he might be able to build a time machine.
Get out of my head, get out of my head, get out of my... No.
Then, could you make it snow on Christmas Eve? When I tried asking, I recalled a troubled smile crossing Kimijima-san's face.
A weather control device, huh? That might be a bit beyond me.
A time machine sure seemed like it would be more difficult. When I said that to him, he simply laughed and said I might be right. I never left Tanegashima. When I told him that I wanted to try traveling around the world, Kimijima-san created a model that looked just like me and then put it into Iruo. I could see myself walking down the streets of faraway foreign lands. seeing myself in the world of Hero helped me forget reality. I was so happy. But it was just an illusion. In reality, I would never be cured of my illness. It was so painful. It also tormented my parents who cared for me 24 hours a day. I felt so guilty that eventually I started to truly wish for death. Yet despite all this, we somehow just barely managed to function as a family. But such a tightly drawn string could snap at even the slightest thing. A strange thing happened around October of that year. Dad stopped coming home. He disappeared from the island altogether. It didn't take long for everything else to collapse. Mom had to care for me alone, but she was never a particularly strong person. About a month after Dad disappeared, under too much pressure, Mom tried to strangle me. I could clearly feel her intent to kill me. Even though I was scared, I also thought it'd be okay to die if that would free Mom. In the end, she released her hands from my neck and started crying and apologizing. I wished from the bottom of my heart. I wished that I would just disappear, to be gone from that place and free Mom from the curse that I was. And then I saw the weekly weather forecast. It would be bright and sunny on Christmas Eve. It was then that I gave up, convinced that miracles didn't exist. I head straight for Kimijima-san's house and asked him to erase me from the world. I know it was wrong to ask him for that, but Kimijima-san was the only other person I could rely on. If he could invent anything, maybe he could make something that would grant my wish. And when he heard that, Kimijima-san began to cry.
Airi, I know how to grant your wish. I know how, but it's very dangerous. And at the end of the day, relying on this means running away. You're simply escaping from living now, in this moment. You're still young. Your life might be full of hardships, but I'm sure there will also be things to look forward to. If you decide to go through with this, you'll escape the hardships, but you'll also leave behind all that joy. And perhaps most importantly, I'm sure you'll make your mother tremendously sad. So Airi, please don't say such sad things to me.
Even so, I just wanted to free Mom from the burden that I was. She had sacrificed 14 of years of her life to take care of my frail body. I wanted to finally give her relief. Shortly after our conversation, Kimijima-san led me to his basement. There was something resembling a coffin in the room.
I'm sure you'll end up sleeping here for decades.
Kimijima-san gently explained.
I see. There is no way he could ever take the life of another person. There is no way he would have ever done that. But at the same time, he didn't want Airi to suffer. So, being an inventor, he came up with his own method, a method that could potentially help her, which was to put her in cryosleep. It would put her to sleep for a long, long time until someone else found her. She wouldn't have to be in pain for all that time, and yet, once someone found her, she could live again. And then her family wouldn't have to worry about her anymore. When you wake up, your mother will no longer be part of this world. It will be an era where your illness can be cured. You'll wake up the same age you are now. It's possible that I too will have passed away by then. You'll be running through time, to the distant future. I'm sure your long sleep will be lonely, but worry not. I'll show you a dream. I'll make it so that you can walk around freely within Iruro, as though it were your garden. The world of Iruro isn't that large yet, but I'm sure its size will increase dramatically when official service starts. Though it might prove difficult to see it snow. But you can save that for when you awaken, when your illness is cured. Good night, Sleeping Beauty. Sweet dreams.
Good night. And thank you. Thank you, Kimijima-san.
I'll make it so that you can walk around freely with any row, as though it were your garden. Good night, Sleeping Beauty. Sweet dreams. Those are the tweeps. Those were the most recent tweeps we saw from Airi.
For listening to the wish of someone like me. I hope Kimijima-san is still there when I wake up, even if he's become an old man. And with that, my whole world was engulfed in pure white.
I take one step back, then another. With each step, I kick some dust into the air. The surface of the device that Airi is pretending to rub her cheek against is also coated in dust. As for my candid thoughts following Airi's explanation, it's like something straight out of a manga.
This seems to be what people call a cold sleep device.
Airi makes it sound like she's completely unrelated. I try goggling it. Apparently, said device chills the human body to a low temperature, slowing selectivity and preserving the body. By doing so, as long as the device is operational, one won't age for decades or even centuries. It's a method of extending the human lifespan far past its limits. You see it a lot in space movies. It's been said that the technology to make it real already exists, but nobody has tried to make it happen. Why not? Because there's no guarantee that the thawing process is safe. That makes sense. It also explains why nobody's attempted it. So you're saying that the real Airi-chan in this device isn't actually dead?
Correct. While she is in a state very close to death, revival should be possible.
Should be, huh? At a loss, I sit down on the pipe chair nearby. I can't believe there's an original Airi-chan. So, were you equipped with info on the original's experiences from before she went into cold sleep? Well, it's just that the way you've been talking and acting lately makes me think that's the case. Saying things about bringing food to Kimijima-ko, for example. Or Airi saying she saw herself. Why do you know so much about the original Airi-chan from before she was put into cold sleep?
Because Airi is Airi.
It's not an answer! For that, I give up on her giving me any clarification. I doubt Airi came up with the story on her own. She's only a program. Even if she fabricated a story, that'd be the programmer's will, not Airi's will. Which means it's possible that Kimijima-ko programmed her to be like this. Yukifune Airi's sincere wish to be put into cold sleep, her feelings, he accurately traced them. And then he installed them into AR Airi. Though I have no idea why he'd do that. What should I do? Was finding this machine a good or a bad thing? I'm currently sitting in the basement of an abandoned house deep in the forest. With Kimijima-ko dead, I doubt anybody's been here in over 9 years. And in this very basement sleeps a young girl. Who knows when she'll wake up? One thing is for sure, she's alive. So now that I found her, what should I do? I can't just leave a young lady sleeping here and run off. But I have no means of waking her up either. And after Kimijima-ko's death, this house has probably got a new owner. Even if they've never come to visit it, they're paying the bill. This house and cold sleep device belongs to them. I'd be causing problems if I just fiddled with this thing without their permission. I'm caught between a rock and a hard place. That's why I'm at a loss. Let's say your story is true. Where is Yukifune's Airi's mom? What's she doing? If Yukifune Airi entered cold sleep without telling her mom, she'd be treated as a missing person. Did her mother not go to the police? If she did, Kimijima-ko would have been the first person that came up as a suspect. And then they would have found this room. Not that I have the slightest clue as to whether putting someone into cold sleep is a crime or not. While Yukifune Airi entered by her own will, she's a minor. She doesn't have the ability to consent legally. That put Kimijima-ko in a bad place, and if her mom agreed to continue the cold sleep, Airi would have been moved. She'd be at a proper medical facility. Instead, she's been left in the basement of this abandoned house for 9 years. Without any proper maintenance.
Master told Yukifune Miki the whole story. Airi was there when he did.
The full story. And her mom agreed. If she didn't, she wouldn't have left her daughter on ice for 9 years. Where is her mom now?
Airi doesn't know.
You don't know!
Airi knows that after Master told her things, she left the island 5 months later. But Airi never followed her whereabouts after that.
She left her daughter behind. After being freed from her daughter, did she decide to run away like her dad? I don't want to think this way, but this same lady did try to choke her own daughter to death. With my meager imagination, I can't find a reason why she'd leave the island and not come back even once. Who currently owns this house?
Please don't ask Airi such hard questions. Sister Centipede might know, though.
I flick my finger against her forehead in response to her absurd suggestion, considering the situation.
Yeah. Hmm?
I figured as much. This bug is bad news. I can't even ask the questions I want to ask. What's the original Airi's incurable illness called? It's been nearly 9 years since she entered cold sleep, so it's possible that we have treatment for it now. What? Whoa. Somehow the name of the illness itself is being blocked. Maybe out of consideration for the trauma it caused? It's not like my knowing its name would fix things. What the fuck am I supposed to do? Alright, Kaido, calm down and think. It's finished, going all in. I'm sure your long sleep will be lonely, but worry not. I'll show you a dream. I'll make it so that you walk around freely within a row, as though it were your garden. A weather control device, huh? That might be a bit beyond me. Good night, Sleeping Beauty. You'll escape the hardships, but you'll also leave behind all that joy. You're still young. These are all Kimijima Ko's words. Jesus Christ. If I make the wrong choice here, there may not be any turning back. Even the ever-present aurora that eerily stains the entire night sky is barely visible due to the red lights. It's already late into the night when I look out the window from the back seat of the police car. Workers continue to go in and out of the ruins that were once Kimijima Ko's house. In the end, after a lot of thinking, I decided to report the whole story to the police. In fact, up until a moment ago, I was being questioned in the back of the police car. It took forever. The cold sleep device can't just be removed. If they carelessly cut the power, they risk killing Yukifune Airi. Even then, I just couldn't leave her be. I asked the police to prioritize Yukifune's Airi's well-being and to thaw her out in a proper facility somewhere. Although I have no idea if they'll listen to my requests. I was just the first person to discover her. The police officer who questioned me, Masu-san, said that they understood. I'll trust them for now. I considered telling them about the Kimijima reports, but they seemed busy enough as it is, so I kept quiet. And then eventually I was let go. I'll leave the rest to the police. If nothing else, this is better than if I were to try and handle things myself. I probably shouldn't dig any deeper into this. I might talk to Airi like she's my pal. But she's not Yukifune Airi. We're total strangers who have never met before. This isn't my business. No one would benefit from me poking my nose where I don't belong. If she continues her long sleep, we'll probably never speak to one another. And if she does wake up, I have nothing to offer her. No way of filling the 9-year void in her heart. As the person who found her, this is all I can do for her. Miyamasu-san offered me to drive me home, but I have my scooter, so I declined. Also, according to the clock, it's almost 11 at night. I only have an hour until Airi vanishes. I call home to tell them I'm taking a bit of a detour, then hop into my scooter. It's 10 minutes till midnight by the time I reach Ujigaoka Park. Still not home? The lights were off in your room. Jesus. I'm glad I made it in time. I figured I should see her off here if possible. I never thought I had such a sentimental side to me. I'm sure that's the reason why I've been so fixated on this park since I was a kid. Well, I guess you could call me a weak romanticist in some ways. There's nobody in the park, not surprising given the hour, but the silence is almost painful to the ears. During summer, this whole place would be filled with the sounds of insects. There's barely any noise right now. The sort of silence might be why winter evenings always seem so lonely. Airi-chan, you there? I came all the way here on my scooter. Did she manage to follow along? I went by my Pokecom and looked for her. There she is, right next to me. She's looking up at the night sky again, almost like she's praying. Up in the sky. You can see the stars. You can see the aurora. Is it just me, or is it more active than usual?
And now for tomorrow's weather report for Tanegashima and Yakushima, Kagoshima Prefecture.
As always, Airi starts indifferently reading the weather forecast aloud.
Clear skies. Chance precipitation 0.
Then Airi looks at me. She smiles sadly.
It says tomorrow will be clear. Tonight too. Looks like it won't be snowing.
That's too bad.
Airi just had a teeny bit of hope, but
Even if it happened to snow, Airi wouldn't be able to see it with her own eyes. I don't think that matters. Why Christmas Eve on Tanegashima? That miracle in and of itself is what's important to her.
maybe Airi should have tried asking more times.
2.
Master. Master could do anything. He could make anything. I'm sure he could have made a device that could make it snow.
Cold sleep device and a weather control device. I'm sure they're both complicated in their own ways. I hear that they have machines that artificially create snow for ski resorts up north, but it's not the same thing. Plus, it costs a fortune to ship one of those to Tanegashima.
But you know, at least Airi got to see a wonderful dream. In the beginning, Misaki would talk to me a whole bunch. After she left, Airi was alone for a really long time, but Airi was really happy she got to meet you and talk about all sorts of things again. But Airi would have liked to see Misaki one more time. Airi's a little bit mad that she left me here and never came back to visit.
Is that so? By the way, could you do me a favor and stop talking like this is the end of the road? There's still a chance you won't disappear, dummy.
You're right. But since it's not going to snow, Airi doesn't think a miracle's gonna happen.
I didn't expect her to be such a realist right now. Maybe it's because she spent so much time wishing for something out of her reach. Airi-chan, have you ever left this island?
Yep.
You have. But you have to use the Kimijin reports as the doors, right? Aren't they only on this island?
Correct. Airi can't leave this island.
Our conversation isn't matching up again. I'll just chalk it up to her bugging out. If you were able to hold out for just 2 more months, I could have taken you with me to Odaiba.
Odaiba. That's in Tokyo.
The Kimijima reports have been downloaded to my Pokecom, so Airi can appear wherever I go. Are there any other places you want to go?
The GMA. The JMA.
What's that?
The Japan Meteorological Agency. Airi wants to see where they do real weather reports.
You like them that much, huh?
Yeah, just looking at them is fun. Airi's favorite weather girl is Yoshizumi.
He's not a girl, he's an old dude. Are the bugs messing with her again? Plus, didn't he retire ages ago?
You know how they have forecasts around the world? Some places are super hot while others have blizzards. Airi can't see things like rain or snow. So Airi only knows about the different types of weather through the forecast. By analyzing the data, it feels like Airi's experiencing it herself.
That's probably what she meant when she said she had left the island. Airi's been traveling across the world this whole time in her own way.
Big brother! Big brother!
Airi gets a little excited and starts making something of a fuss. What's up? Worried about your original?
Nope, the police are doing a great job.
Then what is it?
Merry Christmas Eve.
Huh? That's impossible. I shouldn't be able to hear her voice. Iruo was supposed to go into maintenance at midnight on the 24th. I checked my watch. It's 12:01 a.m. on the 24th. A minute past the planned time. Yet both Iruo and Airi are perfectly functional as usual. Maybe they're running late?
Sister Centipede can get the details super quickly.
Airi then merrily thrusts her forehead towards me. Wait, you can switch her to Sister Centipede now. As of late, I've had zero luck with this. I give it a shot and tap on Airi's forehead.
That tickles.
I figured as much. I got my hopes up. What if it's not that Airi got erased, but Sister Centipede did? That's the only other thing I can think of. We've had zero hopes of getting Sister Centipede, but we have been able to consistently get Airi to appear. So what if it's just not... What if what we thought was going to happen just happened in a different way? Airi can stay. Not sure why, but she stays. However, Sister Centipede might be the one who's really gone.
You always touch my forehead, big brother. Airi wouldn't mind being touched on cheek, chin, or mouth. Why do you always do my forehead? You like foreheads or something?
Listen, you got a 5 head. It's just the easiest place to tap.
It's not a very fun answer.
5 head.
Airi likes having your forehead rubbed though, so she doesn't mind putting up with it even if it tickles.
Sure doesn't seem to me like you're just putting up with it. But that's not important right now. The date's changed over, but maintenance hasn't started. Has it been delayed? On Tweebo, Frau's writing about how Iruo maintenance has been delayed by an hour. I head to Happiness 4U's official site, only to find out that they've indeed announced a 1-hour delay. Frau's info is accurate. An hour, huh? I have some unexpected free time.
Yoshizumi said that before that if you kiss someone on White Christmas Eve, your love will bear fruit.
She sure does like Yoshizumi. Also, wow, despite his age, he was quite the romantic, eh?
Airi would like a kiss on the forehead instead.
Whoa. From who?
Oh, what amazing timing. I just happen to have the perfect person right here in front of me.
Make it sound like you'd be fine with anyone. And how's actually would I go about kissing AR Airi? Plus, it's not snowing. Airi ain't no love being born in this park.
Are you in love with someone, big brother?
Beats me.
Oh, don't dodge the question.
And how about you?
Nope. Airi hasn't been programmed for love. But Airi's still a girl, so of course Airi's interested in this kind of thing.
She is. Quite the fair maiden you are.
If it snows, please do it.
Huh?
If a miracle really does happen, please kiss Airi to commemorate the moment. It's a promise.
Once again, Airi looks up at the sky like she's searching for something. You're waiting, aren't you? For it to snow. Even though she knows it's impossible. Even with the painful reality of a 0% chance staring her right back in the eyes. She can't help but long for it. That's what the expression on her face tells me. The kiss isn't what matters. She's just waiting for it to snow. Even though she knows she could vanish in an hour. This AI continues to wish for just one thing. This Airi truly seems like she's alive. It's a fact that Kimijima co-created her so that Yukifune Airi could walk around while she slept. So she could dream. However, at the end of the day, a dream is nothing but a dream. My Pokécom begins to ring. Given how quiet it is in the park, the sound startles me. Kona. Yo, Kona-chan, isn't it kinda late?
Christmas is canceled this year.
If you're just gonna talk nonsense, I'm hanging up.
Hold on. Do you want to make it snow?
What do you mean?
Frauton did it in the night. Though to be honest, I only barely managed to make it in time thanks to the maintenance delay. I created a private app for Ibro. Could you download it and try it out? I'm sure they'll dig it. Anyway, say hello to Airi-tan for me.
You're a genius. Don't try and make it snow in reality. Make it snow for her eyes. Do it.
What was that about?
Dunno. Koch-chan sent me something strange. And the email from Frau is an address. I download the app located there and install it into Iruo. I have no idea what to expect from this. It's only after I reboot Iruo that the app does its thing. Before my very eyes.
Hmm?
Something slowly floats to the ground, reflecting the lights of the aurora off its surface. It's white and soft.
Snow?
She's right. It's snow. It's not actually falling in reality. The sky is as clear as it was moments before. The perfectly visible aurora is proof that there are no clouds in the sky from which the snow falls. And yet it's undeniably snowing. Through the screen of my Pokecom. Within the world of the 7-inch LED monitor on my Pokecom, powdery snow falls on Tanegashima on Christmas Eve. The snow is just an illusion. But to Airi's eyes, I'm sure she can see it more clearly than the real thing.
It's snowing, big brother! Airi can see it! It's so white and fluffy! Wow!
Airi looks up at the sky and raises her hands like she's trying to catch snow while spinning in place.
Today's weather forecast is wrong!
Excitedly and happily. An innocent smile forms on her face.
Airi has a new weather report for tonight! The weather tonight for Tanegashima and Yakushima!
She spins. Just like a child, like someone of her age would.
Will be clear, with a snow layer in the evening.
That's not forecast. That's what's currently happening. I'll have to give Frau a pat on the back later. There's only a little time left before Airi potentially disappears. She should enjoy the moment as much as possible. I'll stick with her until the very end. We've still got a full hour to go. I suppose I can kill some time playing Kill Ballad.
Big brother?
On the monitor, Airi timidly walks over to me. For some reason, her cheeks are a little red.
You promised me earlier, remember?
Huh? Wait. You want a kiss?
Yeah. Would you like to kiss me on the forehead, cheek, or perhaps the lips? Airi prefers lips before her forehead.
Are you being serious?
Are you going to break your promise, big brother? It snowed and everything.
How can I kiss you? You don't have a physical body.
Well,
Airi tilts her head. I guess she didn't consider that. I mean, I guess if she really wants to kiss, there is a way I can sort of fake it. Just like how I tap her on the forehead. But if someone sees me, I'd never recover from it. This is crossing the line as an actual human. Granted, a pervert like Frau would probably be totally okay with it. Airi's still pondering. Instead of thinking of something so inconsequential, she could be enjoying the snow. But you know what? The two of us have been partners for 4 months now. And yet I've never actually been able to give her anything. Suppose I could suck it up to just this once and keep my promise. Thank goodness it's so late. There's pretty much no chance of someone seeing me at this hour. Airi-chan. Close your eyes. Hi. Subaru just walks in like, hey. Hey, guy, what are you doing? Come on, don't ask me that. I'm gonna keep my promise.
okay.
Airi obediently closed her eyes, hold my Pokemon up, and take a step forward. Airi's face draws near, another step. Face is so close that basically fills the entire screen. I'm waiting for the punchline. When you push comes to shove, this is crazy embarrassing. I'm sure this is someone's kink. It's definitely Frau's. I just want to flee from the scene. This is about as embarrassing as when I win a KB match after being salty for the entire game. Plus, Airi looks pretty young, so it even kind of feels like I'm committing a crime.
Big brother?
Airi whispers, her eyes still closed. She's waiting for me to act. Her whispered words are the push I need. The no-go decision is a go. Aim for the forehead and gently kiss her through the monitor. Quickly, stop it! Akio just walks in. Hey, Kaya, what are you doing?
Big brother.
I released my lips from the monitor. The LCD screen was cold. I wipe my lips. Can't even look at Airi directly. What am I doing with this AI, seriously? Tears fall from Airi's bashful eyes. Why?
Big brother, why am I crying? Airi isn't sad. This is so strange. Maybe this has to be a bug too. Or did Master make a mistake and program me weirdly? If that's the case, Airi has 2 words for that clumsy master of mine. And 2 words for you for finding the bug, big brother. Thank you. Airi's sure the feelings Airi's experiencing right now. Airi's sure they'll reach Airi too.
And then 40 minutes later, both Airi and the snow quietly vanish. Only the aurora remains in the sky, continuing to give color to the darkness of the night sky. An imposing alarm rings throughout the facility. Sorry, I'm texting somebody right now. Alright, let's see if Tweepo... Oh god, Nightheart. Frau, if you're interested in thin books, I have a friend in Tokyo who can get them for you. A regular attendee at Kanma each year. I only know them online, but I hear they are friends with Dash. Username Kuri Gohan and Kamiga. Curry soup. Yeah. I need to... wait, I actually have to look it up to make sure I'm right. That is Kurisu, right? I have to know. Steins Gate. I'm just gonna look up Steins Gate. Kurisu. I'm sure he'll say it on like the wiki of her or something, whatever. Kuri Gohan and Kamehameha. It is Kurisu. So, so somehow in this game we can get side commentary from Takumi, the protagonist of Chaos Head Noah, Daru, your best friend and freaking your best friend in whatchamacallit, Steins Gate, and then freaking Kurisu, also from Steins Gate. This is awesome. Times comes, winter break, get hyped. Played 1 hour, 10-0, crazy hyped club press came to pick me up. Thought Poke come for a long time feeling my friend, but I wonder if she can even use it to its full capacity. She'll probably only use it as phone because she hates machines, but even though I went out of the way to buy it, when she even though I went out of the way to buy it even when she finally gave in. Cold sleep experiment in Tanegashima. A girl who was asleep for 10 years has been discovered. Source is Sports Tokyo lol. Not like it's an SF movie. Why Tanegashima? Sounds like a manga. Yes, Sports Tokyo, Sports Tokyo. Who's gonna take this seriously? If it happened and they'd be like a natural monument. The end title explains it all. This is Sports Tokyo quality, yep. I have tons of girlfriends. We're so close that I've smelled one of their armpits. Force one saying how it'll do is one step to my... All these people are completely brainless. 3D is no good. That's why I don't see any of my girlfriends and stay hollow up in the 2D world on Christmas. This is my way of life. I hosted a house party for my family and some friends. It's been a dream of mine for so long. After all, you're a winner at a life you host a house party. Everyone knows that. It makes you feel like you're a real backbone of the family. Like you're saying, welcome to my castle now. Please stay and enjoy some hospitality. If I ever become a total normie... Danvado! An imposing alarm rings throughout the facility.
Enemy attack! Enemy attack! All hands prepare for combat! All cloud troopers, take up as soon as you're ready!
Oh, maximum cringe. It's really embarrassing when Akio gets like this with adults present. She's like an elementary school boy or something. I don't want to get lumped in with her, so I stay quiet. Everyone else appears to feel similarly. Akio finds herself totally alone, causing her to deflate. It goes without saying that the alarm has zero to do with an enemy attack, it just means the ceiling crane is moving. Right now, said crane is sliding back and forth, moving the motor hanging from it to the top of Model 2. Without me even realizing it, the bottom half of Model 2 is basically finished. We're attaching the waist parts now. These parts have 2 motors installed into them, making up the leg joints. By installing these, the 2 legs will finally be connected.
Having that crane really makes a huge difference when it comes to assembly speed.
Akio looks up at the crane and mutters to herself. JAXA technicians are operating the crane. I recall Akio saying that that'd be too dangerous to let students operate it, so they wouldn't let her touch it. We should just be grateful that JAXA is lending us Nai-san and these technicians for our little robot project. I'm kind of shocked by how quickly this is all coming together. About 2 weeks ago, I heard that the new motor had been completed. At that point, Model 2 only existed up to its knees.
Most of the parts were finished already.
For the last 2 months, Akio and Subaru have been going into the clinic day after day to make parts. Sure, but in Model 1's case, didn't that take like 7 years?
Things are completely different this time around. Back then, we had no money or facilities to work with. Everyone before us had just built things little by little over the years. But by the time the baton got passed to us, I was pretty much working alone.
Yeah, I get it. I didn't help at all.
But this time, lots of people are helping with gun build too. We have money and capable members. Especially Subaru. The roadmap he made is why we've been able to keep making progress. If it was just me, I'd probably forget what I'd already built and what I hadn't. The prep work is pretty much all done now, so we're really just waiting for the new motors to be completed. By new motors, you mean the ones Grandpa is building using the
Yeah! I jammed 3 fingers into June's mouth. My special technique. Silence! Maintaining that position, I look for Nai-san. I'm trying to avoid her prying into this monopole business. Luckily, Nai-san is a little ways off, looking up at the ceiling crane. Don't be so careless, Jun-chan. Juna taps my arm while she's staring at me with tearful eyes. She's clearly given up.
That's terrible, Yashio-kun. Never had a boy stick his fingers in my mouth before.
No worries, I've only ever done Taki-chan. By the way, if I ever slip up, don't hesitate to punch me.
I can never do that.
You have permission. The only ones who know about the old monopole are us, Doc, and some of the oldies from the local workshops. We decided that nobody else needed to know, especially not the guys from JAXA.
So yeah, the monopole, the new motors are starting to get completed.
What is this miserable feeling in the pit of my stomach? She's completely hopeless. June's sacrifice was totally for nothing. Fortunately for us, Nai-san didn't hear her, so we nearly avoided death. Akio flashes an embarrassed smile, then continues.
That said, we only have 8 out of the total 24 complete. Up until yesterday, we were swapping out the fake placeholder motors.
I guess all the motors in Model 2 have been fakes.
We were also practicing with Harunaka-san.
Akio looks up at the ceiling crane. Subaru and the veteran JAXA technician in uniform are operating the crane from above. Well, Subaru is just observing. Harunaka-san is the JAXA technician in charge of the crane. He was apparently involved with the assembly of every H-2 rocket. He's quiet, but immensely skilled. As far as us Robotics Club members are concerned, there's no one as reliable as he is. Plus, unlike Doc, he doesn't shout all the time. There's been no assembly work at JAXA for the last few years, so he's helped with building the legs to stay fresh.
And so we're now assembling the waist. Once both legs are connected, the lower body will be done. It'll be able to walk. Although in terms of software, we're waiting for Fraubau to make the system. She said, delivering her confusing testimony. Hey, make sure you do it, okay? We're counting on you, Fraubau. She said, delivering her confusing testimony. Are we gonna be alright?
Brez! Subaru's waving both arms and shouting from above the ceiling crane. Is it just me or is he kinda high energy today?
Yeah, TBH.
We're lowering it down, so please secure it in place!
Alright! I'll be right back.
Akio runs off toward Model 2, puts on the safety helmet, and then climbs the scaffolding next to the robot's leg. not just Akio. Several of the technicians gather up and wait for the part to be lowered via the crane. Looks like they're going to be connecting it to the motors in the thigh joints. Which leaves me, Juna, Frau, off to the side. We're sitting at a table in the corner of the dreary facility. There's a whole shortcake here. And also all kinds of dishes that Juna put together. Fried chicken, wieners, the works. Nai-san brought juice and champagne as well. Today's the 27th of December, 2 days after Christmas. On Akio's orders, we'll be holding our little Christmas party today. Of course, Nai-san and the other Jackson technicians who always help us were invited to join us. Today's the last business day of the year for the TNSC, so the timing is perfect. The party is set to start as soon as the waste part is attached. It would have been nice if Airi could have made it. On Christmas Eve, the AI girl vanished alongside the white snow. Hiro entered maintenance for an entire day, but is now back online and running without issue. As for Yukifune Airi, she ended up being transferred to a hospital in Tokyo by the police. They're going to safely thaw her out. It made the news, but it's a gossip-level story. It will likely be buried by other news in a week, then forgotten.
Yachi-senpai, did you find Kimijima report number 7?
Akio and the others were still working, but Frau's already picking away and snacking on chicken as she asked. No, I have literally no idea where it might be. I don't even know where to start looking.
I'll do what I can to help you search. From the inside my house, like an armchair detective.
Then you'll be useless, so don't bother. More importantly, hurry up and make Model 2's programming.
Then your only choice is to get Airi-tan to help you now.
Airi-chan is gone, so that won't be happening.
Have you even tried to call her from her Sensei Ro came back up?
No, but she vanished right in front of me. She used to follow me around everywhere, now she's nowhere to be found. Airi-chan is gone. But until Frau brought it up just now, I hadn't even considered any of that. I didn't think to call out for Airi. But what if? A sense of hope and expectation begins to build within me. But if I expect too much, it'll make the disappointment that much more painful. Airi being around would, it would certainly make getting report number 7 easier. Yeah, that would definitely be good. And so, I hesitantly tried calling out to her. The name. Her name. The name of a program that had already vanished from this world. The name of that ARAI who was altogether too human. The name of an ordinary young lady who had always longed for it to snow on Christmas Eve. A girl with no family name. I mumbled to myself. Airi? And slowly look around. Once more. Airi. In stark contrast to the people noisily working on assembling Model 2, the three of us perk up our ears in total silence. But as expected, there's no reply. See? She's really gone. She was removed like a bug. And aren't you the one who predicted this happened in the first place?
But yesterday, I saw Airi-tan.
What? Are you serious? Frau starts nodding. If that's true, then why won't she appear when I call her?
It's simple.
There's a voice. Where are you? Even though Frau, June, and myself are the only ones here. Even though none of us has said anything.
Airi is no longer here.
The voice comes from my Pokecom. A voice that I'm extremely familiar with. She's here. She didn't disappear. I hurry outside and point my Pokecom toward the voice. There. As if she could vanish at any time. She stands with a blank expression on her face. I thought she was gone forever. But here she is. A green icon shining on her forehead.
Airi is currently not present.
Are you Sister Centipede? You're finally back.
Yes. If you have any form of requests, please have me anywhere on the body, such as the forehead. However, forehead kisses are unnecessary. Do you understand, Yashio-san?
Wait. Do you actually remember that?
Oh? It is unclear why Sister Centipede would say something like that. As this is a possible bug, it is now under investigation.
She doesn't seem to be teasing me. Well, it doesn't really matter if it's a bug or not. It's possible that her memories were reset. It's possible that her memories weren't reset. It's possible that there isn't only Sister Centipede in there and that Airi is just asleep and can wake up one day. But I don't care about the details. It doesn't matter if she's Sister Centipede or Airi on the inside. Airi's come to the Christmas party. That's all I need. I'm content enough with that. It's a bit late, but Merry Christmas, Sister Centipede. And Airi-chan.
Yes. Merry Christmas, Yashia-san.
Well then. That's another ending down. Phase 8 complete. Phase 9 start has been added. There we go. Airi's ending achieved. Merry Christmas achievement. Shing achievement unlocked. Unlock the path to Phase 9. Well, we'll start that next time. So, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you all later. Peace.